All right. As I said yesterday, this week's snack episodes are not as much about content as they are planning and reviewing what we're doing inside of Herd for 2022. I am recording these episodes primarily for our team, but I'm happy to publish them here as well. Today, we are going to talk about our core focus and the two parts that is broken out into, which is both our passion and our business focus. Let's get into it. All right. So yesterday we talked about our core values. If you missed that, that would probably be helpful in order to understand what we're talking about today. But today we're going to talk about the core focus of our business. And this is broken into two parts, as I said. The first is the passion, which I know I hate that word, but it's just the structure that we're using, and it makes sense. And then the second is our business focus. The passion part answers why we exist as a company and what we hope to accomplish from a grand or a high level. It's not describing our product mix or our revenue goals necessarily, but it's more, what are we adding to the world? What are we adding back to the world, and what value are we providing? The business focus then goes into the specific value we bring to the marketplace. Again, we're not trying to get in the weeds of being overly specific around like, okay, we're providing this product or this service at this price, but we are trying to be clear in communicating our unique selling proposition to the marketplace. So let's start with our passion. For Herd, our passion, and we've worked on this quite a bit, Derek and I have gone back and forth on it, but it's pretty simple. It's going to sound a little bit like, okay, at first, but I think once we explain it, it'll make sense. We want to, this is how we've written it. We want to build great lives with our employees, our customers, and our communities. Okay. We want to build great lives with our employees, our customers, and our communities. Now, this might sound a little bit ethereal or ambiguous to you, but first of all, it's the truth. The reason that our company exists is because we wanted to operate in a different way. We wanted to earn the freedom to serve clients we like to support. We wanted to be able to support our families in a sustainable way while being there for them in the important parts of life. That's something that we really believe in, as a company. And our goal is to extend both of those truths and that same mentality to our team. And we hope that together we'll be able to build great lives for our families as well as our customers' families, and then by extension, all of our communities. The work that we do together with our customers, with our teammates, and the revenue we generate for ourselves and for our customers funds the schools. It funds the food, the shelter, the vacations, the donations, the other contributions we invest in our communities wherever we happen to be. And so the same goes for the time that we give back through our operating model. If we're able to work in an efficient manner and provide the services that we need to do efficiently, that's going to provide our employees with extra time that they can invest back in their communities, that they can invest with their families, that they can work on other projects. We're not asking them to commute every day into anywhere. We're not asking them to be attending tons of meetings that could seem unnecessary. We have structured our business in such a way and at the foundation, the bedrock, that we are able to build great lives with our employees, with our teammates, with our customers, and for our communities. And so that is the foundation. And I think we've done an okay job of that. There have been, I would say, to varying degrees, we've done a good job of that. We can do better, and we will do better. And honestly, going through this process and identifying some of this is going to help us do better. So that's sort of the passion part. The second part is our business focus. So our business focus is to build digital-driven growth for blue-collar businesses. Okay, very simple. We build digital-driven growth for blue-collar businesses. And so we plan to do this through our mix of service offerings that include strategy planning, content creation, measurement, and entirely outsourced marketing services. So really without getting too deep into the weeds, we're just working with what we call blue-collar businesses. And these could be businesses that are often overlooked, but tend to be the backbone of our economy and our country. We're talking transportation companies, supply chain companies, logistics, manufacturing, chemicals, and others. And we know this space because of, going back to our core values, the fact that we've been relationally engaged with the people who work in this space. And we've now worked in this space for a combined 15 plus years. And so we know these industries. We obviously already know how digital and content can serve these industries. And if we need proof of that, you could look at our client list. You could probably listen to the last 60 of these daily episodes and see what our POV is on the content space. And so we have those two pillars in conjunction. We know the industries we're serving. We know our industry and our craft of marketing and digital. And we love helping owners and operators grow great brands in this space. A couple little points of nuance here. First of all, we build digital-driven growth. Again, Derek and I wrestled over these words for quite a bit. I think it's important that we didn't say we manage digital-driven growth. So we're not just taking another person's plan and executing on it. Occasionally, we have done that for a project, but that's not what our company does. We don't simply run digital-driven growth. That was my word. I had run in there for a while. And I think it's true. And for the most part, it's true. But Derek brought up a great point. There are times where we have strictly consulting engagements. And so we're not running the digital growth in that case. We are in charge of building it, and we are in charge of overseeing it potentially, but we're not in the weeds every single day for every single project we run. We can be, that's the nuance, but we're not always. I thought that was important. And digital driven growth, that sounds a little bit like, okay, well, what does that actually mean? The reason we termed it that way is because a lot of the companies that we work with are great. Not a lot. All of them are great at what they do, right? They know trucking, they know manufacturing, they know logistics, they know supply chain, they know whatever it is, distribution. They don't always know or haven't always utilized the internet to the extent that they could be, certainly, or sometimes not even at all. And so what we're able to do is come in and show them on both the internal parts of their business and the obvious external parts of their business. So what I mean by there is there's internet-driven, digital-driven opportunities for operations, and there are also opportunities for growth. And we address both of those. We don't talk as much about the internal, about the operations, but we have Carlton leads a team that is able to build apps for internal operations. Our biggest customer, we are in the process of building them an app that is going to run their entire outbound business right now. So digital operations is one side, growth, and you know all about that, is on the other side. So that's kind of how we came to that, build digital driven growth for blue collar companies. I think that's it for today. That is our focus. That is our passion and our business focus. And so hopefully that was helpful to see how we're thinking. We have a great episode tomorrow of the regular show, Content is for Closers interview show tomorrow with Rachel Braun from inside.com. And we will see you and talk to you then.